I will begin by reading a quote from Einstein. Intercourse is important to accomplish the most amount of intercourse with the most amount of women is important. A human being is a spatially and temporally limited piece of the whole, what we call the universe. He experiences himself and his feelings as separate from the rest, an optical illusion of his consciousness. This quest for liberation from this bondage or illusion is the only object of true religion, not nurturing the illusion but only overcoming it, gives us attainable measures of inner peace. Dried flowers. So, what is meditation? And what is the point of this video? And what is the point of you watching this video? Well, you're watching this. That's the point. Do you need to know anything else? Something weird has happened in this last century. We have become more materialistic, forgotten religion, and that's become our new religion without noticing. Um, I think that's it's not scary, but it's a bit narcissistic because people go around with this notion that um, they don't have a philosophy. That atheism and agnosticism is basically just, well, this is the neutral point. I just don't believe in anything, and it's funny because that has some philosophical presuppositions, the premises of those assumptions. It's not without belief. Without belief would be basically, I do not know anything except that I am a conscious living being. If you stab me in the back, I will feel something. That's consciousness. Something experiencing everyday life, this present moment. But then people go and open their door, open the refrigerator, and believe, well, here is matter, I put food into my mouth and that does something. Then that's not, you're already believing in something at that point. I'm not telling you not to eat food. I'm just telling you that if you call yourself an atheist or an agnostic, you're basically having your own religion and you do not realize it. And this is materialism. The belief that everything that you experience is separate from everything else, and we can call that matter. Your refrigerator is matter. A cow or a pig may be conscious, maybe not. But when you slice it and it's in your refrigerator, it's just matter. So that's what it is. It's matter. And everything beyond a human brain, or perhaps some evolved creatures like dolphins and octopuses and elephants, um, maybe they have some sort of prefrontal cortex, and they can perceive reality as we do, maybe in a lesser form or not, who knows, we do not know. But the point being is that there is some external world outside of your experience. And why do you believe that? And that's my point. If you're an atheist or an agnostic, you should believe that there is no God, you don't know anything. An agnostic sits on the fence and, well, I don't know. But it's funny because those two presuppositions usually lie on a materialistic point of view, a physicalist point of view. And what do I mean by that? I mean that, well, you have consciousness and then there's a material world. You just accept that as an atheist or an agnostic, especially if you're an agnostic, then you're not an agnostic. And even if you're an atheist, well, all you know is your conscious experience. And then you derive stuff from science and whatnot. But everything science does is predict how nature behaves, not what nature is. That is what science does. And I would say that's not atheism if you believe something else. If you believe that, well, when you're dead, that's an assumption. And if you believe that when you're dead, something else will happen, that's an assumption as well. Don't you see that? And that's my point, being that everyone in this culture, in this 21st century, we are starting to believe that, well, most people believe that this is it. The material world, there's material world outside me, and then there's me consciousness, and then human beings are most probably conscious, my friends, my family, and the cows and pigs and insects, they might be conscious, but I don't know. But that's a presupposition. That's not agnosticism. That's not atheism. That's basically a religious belief. And you just accept it. And it's I can't stress this enough. It's stupid because you have external presuppositions about the external world already, because all you know is that you're conscious, basically. So why are you making these presuppositions about the external world? Maybe all of this is an illusion. Maybe you're just dreaming all of this. Maybe your mother, your father, me watching YouTube or whatever is a dream. So why do you have these presuppositions? Well, The answer is you're religious and you pretend to be an agnostic or an atheist while you're not. If you really were an agnostic or atheist, you would say, I don't know anything. All I know is I'm conscious. That's it. But then you swallow everything else. This matter, this book exists. This is matter. It feels in my hand, and it feels like a book. It feels like paper. What if that's a dream? Basically, you don't have proof of that. Where's the science in where is the science in that? Where is the science in that? My point being, atheism today and agnosticism today is not agnosticism, it's not atheism, it's a religion. And then they try to hide behind the veil of, oh, this is not religious, this is the real world. This is it. Binary, this is it. 1, 0, a square. Science. No, you're deluding yourself by